Hello, beautiful soul. Happy New Year. Happy first day of January. Happy first day of this new linear calendar year 2024. I hope today finds you well. I wanted to drop in to invite you to take some time today, tomorrow, to reflect on a question. And that question is, what does your soul want you to experience in 2024? Ask yourself, what does my soul want me to experience in 2024? This question is really not one that you need to think about. It is a question that works with your heart center, works with your soul, your inner guidance, your intuition. It works with the idea of feeling what is next for you in life. Yes, it's January. We love to make resolutions or cast intentions. But this was the approach I took this morning when I was in my morning ritual of tea and journaling. I asked myself that question. What does my soul want me to experience in 2024? One of the first things I wrote down, and that's what I want to do, I want to share some of my answers with you as a way or as a means or again as an invitation to prompt you into the idea of this question, asking yourself this question and allowing your soul to speak to you. One of the first things that came through for me when I asked that question this morning was creativity. And as you can see by the way I'm dressed, this morning I got out my canvases and my paints, and I began to create art with a small a. Creativity, using the canvases, using color, using paints, is something that my soul wants me to experience more of in 2024. So that's what I've been doing. You can't see it, but all my paints are here. My painted canvases are in front of me. And I have spent the past few hours of my first day of 2024 in creative imagination and the use of color. So I have some things written here, as I said this morning when I was in my morning practices, and this is some of what came out for me. My soul wants me to experience more of this in 2024. Deeper and more meaningful and healing and trusting relationships with the women in my life. Unity, consciousness, and community. Peace within myself. Unconditional love, acceptance, approval of myself. In other words, putting an end to the war energy within myself, the constant battle of or battle with my body, finding that peace and dissolving my inner conflict. That's what my soul wants me to experience more of in 2024. Empowered leadership, courage, confidence, and devotion in relation to my passions and my excitements. So for example, canvases, color, paint, it is an excitement of mine, but I've been in resistance to it. And this morning before I took everything out, I recognized what that resistance was, and that gave me the opportunity to move past it and have the courage and the confidence to make some art. No matter what happens with it, I've created it and I love it. Become more of who I really am, which means to me shedding the sheets of old consciousness, layers of old consciousness, human conditioning, social conditioning, just letting go of who I am not, so that more of who I really am can emerge. What it looks like, feels like, sounds like. Oh, becoming more of who I am. Sorry. That's what I wrote that afterwards. How I may experience the idea, this is what I wanted to say, how I may experience the idea of embodied feminine essence. What that looks like to me, what that feels like to me, what that sounds like to me. The idea of how I am consciously experiencing embodied feminine essence. I don't want to get too much into it, but I did do some work around that this morning. And when I say work, I mean curiosity and introspection. For me, it's understanding, again, who I am not, where the toxic masculine is present, so that I can recognize that and then be the opposite. So releasing that toxic masculine energy of aggressiveness and control and manipulation and force. Letting go, embracing, but letting go of those parts of myself so that my true feminine essence, I can embody my true feminine essence. So that's definitely on my radar for experiences in 2024. Continued practice of letting go of control. Receptivity. So that is the feminine. The feminine is receptive. It is not forceful. It does not, again, have to manipulate or control to get needs met. The feminine is receptive. So I want to understand, my soul wants me to understand more of what that means. Learning how to, or learning what it means for me personally to be more receptive rather than controlling. And maybe some of you out there, some of the women watching this right now, maybe you struggle with that idea of always needing to control your environment, control other people. Receptivity is that openness to allow things to come to me, to allow things to happen. Trust keeps coming up here. I want to stay on track. I keep going off. So what else does my soul want me to experience in 2024? The feminine, rising, lifting, elevating, and balancing the feminine and the masculine. So as you can see, the idea of embodied feminine essence is really front and center for me this year. Movement, all kinds of movement, whatever it may be, my movement, art and creativity. I want to experience more of my own light. Love, balance, laughter. These are all things that my soul wants me to experience more of in 2024. Partnerships, trust in my divinity, the Great Mother, a deeper connection to this beautiful planet, Archangel Gaia, circles of women. Again, I wrote rising feminine and truth. I want to experience consciously my feminine directing my life. I want to know and experience consciously a balance of my divine feminine and divine masculine. And the last thing I have written here is the crumbling or the dissolving of the patriarchal system. Now, maybe my ego is playing a role a little bit when I wrote that, but I know that the more of us that allows our feminine to direct our life, the more each one of us can embody the essence of the feminine, the creativity, the receptivity, intuition, opening our feeling centers even more, or for some of you, maybe even learning how to touch your feeling center and begin that opening. That is rising. And the patriarchal system that has been in place for thousands of years is dissolving. And as each one of us, let me speak for myself, the more I embody my feminine and bring my divine masculine into balance, I'm not only healing myself, but I'm helping to heal humanity. I'm helping to heal the collective consciousness, or the one human body. So that is what I came up with this morning when I asked myself, what does my soul want me to experience in 2024? So again, I encourage you, I invite you to take some time, take a few moments, grab a piece of paper, open up your computer, use a keyboard, whatever it is, and allow your soul to speak to you. Allow your soul to tell you what it wants you to experience more of in 2024. So that's a great way to connect with your soul when you're looking at the outlook for 2024. But you can also create a practice for yourself, especially those of you who journal, to ask every day, dear soul, what do you want me to know today? Have that willingness to invite your soul, have your soul become director of your life again. Invite more of your soul into your body, into your life, into your experiences. Joy, happiness, love, light, balance, harmony, peace, ease. What is it that your soul wants you to experience in 2024? Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. I hope you all had a lovely holiday weekend, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.